Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to Celtic Legacy Wrestling. I am the Bard, the keeper of scrolls and teller of tales. Today I have the honor of presenting to you CLW episode 33. On this episode, you're going to see the team of Lita and Victoria versus the Coven, Rhea Ripley versus Lyra Valkyria. We're going to hear from Kaia McKenna and Paige. And you're going to see Femi versus Aleister Black. And our main event, the Shewolves defend the CLW Women's Tag Team Championship against the Brood. Now let's get to the action. Time for our opening matchup, Femi versus Aleister Black. A couple episodes ago, won that Battle Royal to become the #1 contender for Finn Balor's Launcher Championship. He was dominant in that Battle Royal, eliminating 4 participants. Possibly 5. Last week he took on Sid Justice, who was the first person he eliminated. Sid was not happy about that elimination. Oba defeated Sid last week. Now he's facing Aleister Black, who he also eliminated from that Battle Royal. Aleister has Kathy Kelly in his corner. These two trading back and forth to see who's going to get control of the match. Black taking Oba down. Maintaining control in this headlock. Oba's out of it though, with a leg lock around the head of Aleister Black. Gonna pop his head off. Pin attempt, not even a 1. Oba overpowering Aleister Black. Going to the top rope by the big man. Taunting Aleister to get up. Diving hammer strike. Black going out to get away from Oba, but he's caught as soon as he gets back in the ring. Big spine buster by Oba. Kathy causing a distraction from the outside. Aleister stirring. Oba still able to maintain control of the match. Setting Aleister up in the corner. Big uppercut. 2. Aleister trying to counter. Collision. Oba now press slamming Aleister, going for a pin. 2. Kick out. Aleister isn't done yet. Oba again setting Aleister up from the second rope. Shoulder block. Picking Aleister up by the throat. Black reversing, going for a pin. Not even 2. Black now in control of Femi. crowd actually chanting for Aleister. That's odd. Setting Alba up. Missing with that. It could have been the Black Mass. Alba hitting a fall from grace. Is that going to do it? Alba wins. Women's tag action. We have the Coven of the Goddess returning. We've seen Isla and Alba in individual matches recently, but we've not seen them as a team since Dawn was sent packing from CLW after Kaia defeated her in that casket match months ago. Lyra Onyx, of course, has been on a mission to get Dawn reinstated. Taking on the new team of Victoria and Lita, who we saw last week versus Where's the Party. They got the victory over the Party. See how they can fare against the Coven this week. Lita going for a pin. Only a 1. Lita going for a submission. Isla's out of there though. Sending Lita into her corner. Double team. The launching hammer fist. Lita able to kick out of that. Basement dropkick to the head of Alba Fyre. Lita now in control of Alba Fyre. Much different than last week's match with Where's the Party, where this team of Lita and Victoria had some trouble getting their chemistry going. But they ended up with the win in the end. This match, it seems the Coven are the ones having trouble getting any momentum. Perhaps because they haven't teamed in a while. Lita going for a pin. 2. Isla barely in there to break that up. Lita still dominating Alba Fyre, but Alba's got the tag. She was left in her corner. Victoria also got the tag. Setting Isla up. Screaming at her. Isla able to counter. Could have been going for the Widow's Peak. Action going to the outside. Isla's in trouble. Returning to the ring. Springboard elbow completely missing. She might have got Isla's toe. Maybe Isla would be limping now. Power by Victoria. Showboating while Isla gets the tag to Alba. I thought Victoria was going to go for a tag, but she didn't. Alba setting Victoria up from the outside. Springboard dropkick. Double team by the Coven. Launching hammer fist again. Isla tagging out. She had the upper hand there, not sure why she did that. Alba now in control of Victoria, sending her into her corner. Another double team. Oh, a knee to the head. Setting up for something here. Sending her in. Tarantula super kick combo. Victoria may be out. The Coven seems to be starting to get their stride now. Maybe get some of the ring rust off as a team.
Some serious wear and tear on that leg.
Working on Victoria's leg. She does have that knee brace. History of knee issues. Another double team here. Double shoulder block. Victoria able to get a tag because Alba was, again, not paying attention. The DDT by Lita. Isla making the save. Lita going after Isla. The ref was taken out. Basement drop kick again. Working on Alba's arm. Setting Alba up. What she got in mind here? To the top. Hurricanrana from the top rope. Kick out at 1. Missing with that neck snap. Alba now setting up. Power bomb. Hurricanrana of her own. Look to be tagging. Isla Dawn now legal. Lita able to catch her with a drop kick. A stop. Lita now taking it to Isla. This match has been back and forth. Really working on Isla's leg. Pin attempt. Not even a 2. Jawbreaker. Lita getting out of there. Victoria now in with an elbow drop. Leg drop over the top. Oh. Mapping Isla off the top rope. Now going after Alba. Isla setting up Victoria. You could be thinking the end is in sight. Alba's still in the ring. Isla going for a pin on Victoria. But Lita makes the save and took out the ref. Isla off the ropes with a boot to the head. Double stomp to the back. Isla just tearing Victoria apart here. Feet on the rope for this pin. The referee saw it. Victoria's in the wrong part of town here in the Coven's corner. Slowly getting Victoria up. Not sure what she has in mind here. Guess she changed her mind. Shoulder into the corner. Meteora into the corner. Isla headed to the top rope. Big splash. 3/4 of the way across the ring. Victoria fighting out of the corner with an elbow, a kick, suplex. Victoria needs to tag. Looks like that's where she's headed. Lita is now legal. Isla able to reverse Lita there. Drop kick by Lita. Lita now on the top. Could be a Lita salt. Alba breaks it up. This match has been intense. Double team. Launching hammer fist. Going to the outside now. Victoria has changed her mind. Now she's going to the top rope. Moonsault from the top to the floor. Isla's out of it. Count starts over. Isla's starting to get up, but Victoria's right back out there. Blaming her on the barricade. Now what she got in mind? Fighter's web on the outside. Isla is definitely in trouble now. We're at a 6 and we're headed back in the ring. Pin attempt. Isla took a lot of damage and it's over. Kaia McKenna with microphone in hand. A couple of weeks ago, Blair Onyx said she wanted another match. She was not going to let Dawn down. She wanted the same stipulations and said that Kaia could pick whatever match type she wanted. Kaia says, after I beat you again last week, Blair, and I have the upper hand. Blair coming out to interrupt. Yeah, you might have beat me again, but I'm still on my mission to get Dawn reinstated. That's what I was sent here for. So what is the match type that you want? Kaia says, well, I got rid of Dawn this way. How about you too? And we have a casket match. Blair says, fine. Dawn will be back. we're going to have another casket match. Kaia versus Blair at Edinburgh Rumble. Rhea Ripley versus Lyra Valkyria. Rhea's had her troubles with Stephanie Vakir. However, Rhea has been able to defeat Stephanie in the matches that they've had against each other so far. That'd be 2 matches. Rhea's 2-0. Not sure if that means Stephanie has moved on since she can't beat Rhea. Rhea definitely seems to have moved on here if she's taking on Lyra. We all know Stephanie joined forces with Rhea and the new Terror Twins. After just a little bit of dissent, Stephanie apparently got herself eliminated in that match with Hyperactive at Pay the Piper, leaving Rhea to be decimated by Hyperactive for a very long period of time in a 2-on-1 situation. Stephanie claimed Rhea is not the person everybody thinks she is, and that she was happy to sit backstage and watch Rhea get destroyed. Rhea in control of the match, taking Lyra down. Rhea was out for several weeks after Hyperactive did to her. Once she returned, she attacked Stephanie, and in their 2 matches, Rhea has been dominant. You gotta think that Rhea has her sights on the CLW Women's Championship, currently held by Paige. I think Rhea versus Paige would be an amazing match. However, Paige is still having her issues with Liv Morgan. Lyra now taking control, but Rhea coming back. The big slam. Tossing Lyra around. Lyra reversing. Getting a 1 count. Standing moonsault. Lyra now taking the match. The 2 count. Rhea countering some elbows.
She's tossed right out of the ring.
Sends Lyra out of the ring. Headed out after her, but Lyra catches her. Back suplex on the floor. Rhea countering. Electric chair, face first into the floor. Lyra may be out of it. Rhea needs to get Lyra in the ring. She heard me. Pin attempt. Ooh. Lyra kicks out. How did she kick out of that after going face first into the floor on the outside? Riptide. It's over. Rhea wins. Stephanie's here. I guess Stephanie's not done with Rhea, even though she's been on the losing end, assaulting Rhea. Paige coming to the ring, microphone in hand. Last week, Liv Morgan called her out. Paige didn't show, but she was in the corner of the Brood, her new teammates. Paige says she didn't come out last week because she was preparing her stablemates for their tag team match. Liv says, I just want my championship back. Are you too afraid to give me a match? Or are you worried about your stablemates? Paige says, how about we have a TLC match since you like chairs so much? Or is that being hit by chairs? Liv says, fine. TLC it is. Time for our main event, CLW Women's Tag Team Championship match. The Shewolves, Kasey Owens and Leah Owens, defending against the Brood, Succubus and Raven Creed. The Brood got a victory over the Shewolves last week, leading to this championship match. Paige is in the corner of the Brood, but as we just saw, Paige issued a challenge to Liv Morgan for a TLC match. If Liv wants her championship back at Edinburgh Rumble, Liv has now come out with the Shewolves, possibly trying to equal the odds here, since Paige did do some interference in the match last week. Action on the outside. Liv helping Succubus up. These two just had a match a couple episodes ago. Liv was victorious. Succubus sent into the steps. We're at a 6. To get back in the ring. Paige better help Succubus get in there. Ref keeping Kasey back. That was enough of a distraction as Succubus got in there. Ringboard moonsault by Kasey. Raven's in to break it up. Raven declared she was done with Hannah Taylor and wanted the tag titles still, saying she had a new partner. It ended up being Succubus. Succubus now taking control of Kasey Owens. Ref getting hit. I don't think that'll be a DQ. It seemed like an accident. Liv now distracting Succubus. Payback, I guess. That gives Kasey the chance to get an upper hand, sending Succubus into her corner. Double team by the champions. A punch to the gut. Succubus countering. Needs to be setting Leah up. Taking her down on the disarmer, but the rope break. Now working on the legs. Seems to be trying to get a submission out of Lee. Liv Morgan again. Distracting Succubus. Lee able to get a tilt-a-whirl and take Succubus down. Another double team by the champ. And the ref is throwing Liv out. Liv Morgan is out of here. I wasn't expecting Liv to be the one with all the distractions. Feet on the ropes by Kasey. Liv is gone. Kasey fighting out of the corner. Succubus wanted the tag. She was countered. Another double team. This looks like that Samoan drop. Now Paige is distracting Lee. Referee's got to get her out of there, to be fair. Lee arguing with Paige. She needs to stay on Succubus. Going for a pin. Almost 3. If it hadn't been for that distraction by Paige, that might have been it. Succubus now with a belly to belly. Back and forth between Lee and Succubus. Disarmer attempt again. But Kasey's in. Lee is out of it. Succubus taking it to Kasey, who's not legal. I think Kasey's out there fighting with Paige. Quick pin on the inside. That was almost it. Kasey's back in her corner. So much going on in this with distractions, and Raven's not in her corner. Kasey going out after Raven. Not sure why she did that. Succubus now double teaming over there. Again, that was a smart move by Kasey. We're up to a 6. They want these titles. They got to get back in the ring. At 8, Succubus is back in. Kasey's in at almost 9. Match continues. Pin attempt. Kick out at 1. Succubus setting Kasey up. Kasey reversing. Suplex, Northern Light suplex. And the champions retain. The Shewolves retain the championship. Liv Morgan will be defending the CLW Women's Championship against Paige in a TLC match at Edinburgh Rumble. And also at Edinburgh Rumble, it's going to be Kaia McKenna defending the Celtic Championship against Blair Onyx in a casket match. You're not going to want to miss the stories yet to be told. So unless you're the village idiot, you should like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.